Glenn Beck compares marriage equality bill to China's one-child policy. So here's that other article that I alluded to earlier where, again, the fear-mongering about supporting, acknowledging, allowing LGBTQ plus folks to exist is going to be the end of society because it will mean that nobody procreates anymore. I don't know where people get this from because we talk regularly about the numbers of trans and LGBT folks that are out there. Trans folks are somewhere between 1 and 3, maybe up to 5% of the entire population of the world. And I'm sorry, I don't have off the top of my head the gay and lesbian and bi numbers. But yeah, it's not like it's a wave. And that is the thing that the right loves to use, isn't it? They will take something and blow it out to this big fear. And then they'll say that like this group is going to replace you. Mexicans coming across the border will take away your jobs. You know, people coming in from other countries will do this. We have to stop immigration because they're ruining our country. They're taking over everything. They're taking over our political system. It's always about takeover. It's always about drumming up this fear that if you don't stand up against them, they're against you and they're going to take over. And the truth is, if you've ever been to a gay bar as a cis person, as a cis straight person, gay bars are cool. They take care of and welcome everybody, and they're just a fun energy, a fun vibe, just happy-go-lucky and loving place to be. So it's just more ridiculous fear. But so the former Fox News host Glenn Beck has compared the Respect for Marriage Act to China's one-child policy, saying that both make society unsustainable because they stop procreation. I don't know how you could get much more deep into fear-mongering and dog whistling than saying that supporting marriage for gay people means that straight people will stop procreating. I don't even know how you can connect those dots to come up with that logic. But again, Glenn Beck, a very famous voice and voice for the right, he's going to get a lot of people that hear that and go along with it. And we'll just keep covering stories of people that perpetuate that lie, and because they're going to say it. We're still covering litter boxes in schools because people just like to glom on to things that sound ridiculous and scary and just keep hammering them. We are showing real respect for marriage in this act, don't you think? Beck asked Blaze. This isn't about Leviticus, referring to a book in the Bible that contains numerous moral laws. This is about Genesis. When you look at this broader transhumanist agenda, everything they do seems to lead to a result of depopulation, undermining the community of civilization. Again, no idea where any of this is coming from. Maybe he'll say some things. You now have 21% of Gen Z, according to Gallup, identifying as one of the alphabet soup stuff that can't procreate or won't procreate. That ain't natural and ain't good. The fact is that we have a lot more folks identifying under the LGBT umbrella because, one, there's a lot more letters. There are a lot of other identities that are coming under the LGBT umbrella that aren't gay, aren't necessarily gay, aren't necessarily outside of the procreating possibility. Plus, we have gay couples who are having children. We have trans men who are having children. Like, procreation still does happen within the LGBTQ community. So that's point one. That just sort of gets rid of that ridiculous idea. But the thought that this is some wave that is taking over and is going to mean that procreation stops is, I'm very sorry for Glenn that he's afraid of this, because that would be scary if that was the case. And it's just sad that he has to live in a world in his little brain where that is what's happening. Come back to the real world, Glenn. It's better here. It's less scary.